So, who is better for America, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Neither. They are both bad for America in different ways.
Who is more likely to prolong American dominance?
Donald Trump of the two. Donald Trump of the two. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I had this thought last night, and I was going to make it a video for my own channel, but my channel is nowhere near as enjoyable as your channel.
I'll put it on yours as well.
There is only one Democrat in the United States who can beat Donald Trump. Only one. Nobody else stands a chance. Democratic Party is struggling to accept that. Nobody can beat Donald Trump. There's only one that can win, and that's Michelle Obama.
I did think this, because, I mean, I would say Barack, but obviously he can't because he's done his 8 years. But Michelle, I do agree, and she doesn't want anything to do with it.
She said in early July, she wanted nothing to do with it. But what's happened since early July? There's been the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. The assassination attempt turned into this incredible media frenzy. Now you have this guy with blood on his face and a fist in the air and a flag behind him. You have a Pulitzer Prize winning photo already floating around the internet with this guy on it, right? Everything changed. There's no way Michelle Obama isn't sitting in her room multiple times a day, asking herself the question, do I still want nothing to do with this? Or do I have to step up to the plate to do what I believe is the right thing to do because only I can do it? Think about the questions Barack Obama must ask Michelle Obama. Think about the silence, the pregnant silence around their kitchen table at night. Think about how heavy they must be thinking right now because they know what I just said out loud, that you knew yesterday. There's only one Democrat that can beat Donald Trump. And maybe in July 3rd, she said she wanted nothing to do with it, but now it's July 20th. And if she really believes in this country, how is she not going to rise to the occasion? How is she going to sit back and let the future of her daughters rest in the hands of somebody she doesn't believe in? Because the truth is, if she were to run overnight, she would have the complete support of the entire Democratic National Convention. Every donor who has already donated money would let their money stay with her and probably donate more. Women voters, African-American voters, voters that are on the fence, voters that are looking for any alternative to Donald Trump or Joe Biden, they would all get their answers given to them at once. Not to mention the fact that she's brilliant, she's esteemed, she's youthful, like everything that America stands for is represented in Michelle Obama just as much as what we say America stands for is represented by Donald Trump. So if Michelle Obama is announced at the Democratic National Convention, I'm glad we had this conversation.
Do you think that's possible?
Absolutely, it's possible. I don't think it's probable,
Okay.
but I do think it's possible. And I can't help but have the hope in our country that the few who are willing to learn will step up and accept that they have to gamble on themselves.
Do you think that Michelle Obama would increase the probability and the length of America's dominance versus Trump?
Absolutely. It would just be in a different way. Donald Trump grows through bravado and brinksmanship. He grows like a bully grows. But what we've learned about the United States is that our bullish strategy, our bully strategy that we've been employing since 1950 is a game of diminishing returns. We invest a lot into it, but we lose influence. We lose global reach. We lose power. We're losing economic might. They say that China's having an economic recession right now at 4.5% growth GDP. We're at 1.3% growth GDP. Nobody's talking about our recession because our recession has been on so long, it's not a recession anymore. It's just the United States doesn't grow more than really 3%. China used to grow at 5%, so when it goes from 5% to 4%, it's a big deal for people. Our model is already broken. Our model already doesn't work. So all Donald Trump is going to do is come in and double down on that model because he's only got 4 years in the House. He's only got 4 years in the White House, and he knows it. So he's not out there to revolutionize America. He's not out there to revolutionize the United States. Like, he's out there for Donald Trump. I think he believes he'll do a good job. I think he believes he's best for America. I think he believes that being a bully is the way to go. But that doesn't mean he's right. That doesn't mean it's going to be exponential return on investment. It could be a continuing game of diminishing returns. Michelle Obama has the opportunity to do it differently. As long as she doesn't come in just parroting the Joe Biden and Barack Obama school of thought.
What do you think she would need to say to meet America's ideology right now?
I think she could define America's ideology right now. I don't think she'd have to meet it. I think America is lost. America has been looking down the barrel of the 2024 election for a long time, knowing it was going to boil down to Trump versus Biden, knowing that it was going to boil down to an octogenarian who can't form a sentence from a stage sometimes, or a crazy-ass businessman who, when he forms a sentence, it's a nonsensical sentence. Like, that's what we've been looking at. That's been the choice.
Doesn't really feel like it's a choice anymore.
It's
No, because after Trump got shot in the ear, I think, I watched those scenes as well, and I thought, yeah, this guy's won.
He won. And and everybody knows it. If you're not willing to admit it, that's fine. Everybody knows he won the election on that day. The day he survived that shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania, July 13th, he won the 2024 election, unless something even more disruptive happens in the marketplace between now and November 5th. Michelle Obama has the power to do that.
If you love the Diary of a CEO brand and you watch this channel, please do me a huge favor. Become part of the 15% of the viewers on this channel that have hit the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously, and the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the guests.